In this video, I'd like to talk about the challenges hotel owners are facing while trying to complete their projects on time. Hello, my name is Manisha Dhal and I'm the co-founder of Perform Projects Management Private Limited. In the last couple of meetings with hotel owners across tier 2 towns, I have seen their frustration and their helplessness firsthand. They're losing money, they're losing time, and they don't see an end date for their project. They seem quite helpless. In my experience, there are many ways in which we can help such owners meet their timelines and avoid these pitfalls. Let's look at the sequence of events that happen in a project. For example, let's talk about the hotel rooms. The hotel room itself comprises of so many individual items. There are more than 500 items that will go into the making of one hotel room. All these 500 odd items that need to go into the room need to be tracked, need to be sourced, need to be arriving at the right time so that we can make the process of putting them in together without disturbing the sequence. And if even one part is delayed or sequentially does not arrive on time or is not fitted in time, that can have a ripple effect on the rest of the work. So, sequence of events is very, very critical when we are doing the hotel rooms. Let me give you an example. Let's take the toilet tiles. If the toilet tiles are not installed, we are still dealing with wet works. Because we are dealing with wet works, we cannot finish off the things inside the room like the room flooring. In the toilet itself, we can't put in the vanity. We can't even take the measurements of the glass cubicles or the shower cubicles that will go in. These kind of activities have a long term impact on the duration of the project. So, by delaying the toilet tiles even by a few weeks, we are having a domino effect on the entire timeline of the toilet. And because of that, there is a huge time delay in the rooms. Let me give you another example. Let's take the fan coil units. Fan coil unit is the air conditioning unit we putting in the vestibule of the room, and that is the main supply of air conditioning in the room. If we don't install the FCU unit in time, the entire vestibule area cannot be finished. Because there is a drain pipe going from the fan coil unit into the toilet areas, the toilet ceiling cannot be finished. We cannot complete the electrical works in the room, and the room commissioning cannot happen. So, simply if that one big item of a fan coil unit is not in place, we are delaying the whole room and making all the contractors wait of other services till we have installed the FCU. Another important aspect is that since the FCU is not installed, the vestibule ceiling cannot be finished. And that is a very, very critical item for the room to be finished. Simply by not having an FCU unit in time, I have delayed the entire ceiling work, I have delayed the commissioning of the room, and sequentially, I haven't got the space the way it should be, and we are waiting for one thing and delaying the rest of the activities. A third example that comes to my mind is supposing we have already ordered for the electrical, plumbing, HVAC, all the MEP services are ordered, but we have not ordered for the LV, the low voltage system. This is the fire alarm, the PA system. Sometimes that happens because this tender comes in much later in the process. Now look at the situation from the point of view of the site. You've got the electrical, you've got the plumbing, you've got the HVAC, but you don't have the detector and the detector cable in the room. If we don't have that wiring in place, we don't have the detector in place, then we can't close the ceiling, we can't finish the work. So at that moment, if the team realizes that we don't have the detectors or that these detectors are going to take more time to come or the cabling is not there, I have actually not got the advantage of having ordered all the other things. So, ordering everything that is going to go into the ceiling together is very, very critical for us to ensure that we meet the end date of closing the ceiling and are not waiting on something that will come in much later. Many hotel owners start the project and they hire their own team to do the project management. Those people may know how to do building construction, may know how to do hotels also, but perhaps may not always have the knowledge of the right sequence of getting all the material at site to minimize timelines. What happens then is that you have an unorganized workflow. Work is happening in bits and pieces, gets stopped somewhere, gets started somewhere. Owners don't know why work is not happening in certain areas, and then they're informed that we don't have this material, therefore this work cannot happen, or that we are waiting on this and this order was delayed, so the rest of the activities cannot happen, and leads to contractors also sitting idle because they're dependent on other people to do their work. Second is that you get a material which you can't use. So one vendor has brought in all his material and the other vendor has not brought in his material, and because of that you have material and cash flow disturbances. So you have material at site which cannot be used, whereas you're waiting on material which needs immediately, which you require immediately but is not available. So these are the kind of unorganized issues that happen at site where we are not following a right sequence of activities. I think you can now see the frustration and you can have a clarity as to why a project which could have been finished in 18 months or 20 months is nowhere close to completion even after 2.5 years. Because we are constantly faced with the challenge of the sequence not being right. So, how do we handle this kind of problem at Perform? In Perform system, we have a structured, no surprise approach to handling these situations. We have a long list of all the items sequentially written down so that we know exactly when we have to order something and when it needs to arrive in time for it to be installed so that there are no dependencies on other agencies. When we do such a thing, it ensures that we are getting in the material on time, there is no cost overrun by of the owners, there's no cash flow blockages by the owners, and we are essentially saving the time for other agencies and other contractors and leading to a comprehensively scheduled project system. If we have the material on time and it is available to us to use, we all know that we can finish the project on time. But if we are waiting for material to come in and it's not available, there's no way we can deliver the project on time. So this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons why projects which should have been completed in 18 to 20 months are nowhere close to completion even after 2 to 3 years of their having started. So, by planning ahead and efficiently planning procurement, we can help hotel owners avoid costly delays, ensure that the work runs smoothly, and have a seamless movement from the start of the project to the handover to the operator.